Hey everyone, this is Christopher Terry, CEO of IMarketslive, and we are looking at Bitcoin. As we're going into the weekend, I've been watching this market pop up and now it's starting to consolidate. And I wanted to do basically a follow up of our last week's Night Owl, showing some of the things that I look at in terms of market profile. Now, if you weren't on last week's Night Owl, you can go look at the recording at imarketslive.tv where you could rewatch it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an hourly chart, all right, and I want to go over a few things. We had looked at this down here last week where we had consolidation, and in market profile, the market goes from balance to out of balance, balance to out of balance. So when the market is doing this, it's in balance. When it's starting to spike away from these ranges, it's out of balance. Like for instance here, market was in balance and then led to a move that led it out of balance where it finally found balance again. And sometimes you get that consolidation. So here's where the market was in balance, and we had a pretty large move out of that. And when we discussed it last week that we were looking for a move into that area, we were looking at this, okay? Basically all this area here. So you look at the past and you have these, what they call a point of control, which is where most volume occurs, or most time in volume has occurred on the chart. And typically use a 30-minute chart, hour chart, that's fine. And you can see the market came into the range and found balance again and held this whole area and now has exploded up. So when we look in the past to see the future, let's see current, let me just get this right here. Okay, when we look in the past, we look at prior balance, prior points of control, all right, is where all the volume has occurred. And I'll show you something interesting. So let's just put this here and let's just do this. So we see here market had balance here, market had balance here, here, here. You see how the market is respecting this whole area up here, even in here. Okay, so you see how the market is respecting this whole area on the push up. Now it also had it down here, here, here. Notice how the market is respecting both above and below. Now in the middle of it, we had lots of consolidation, which led to little points of control and balance area. So what we end up happening is you could see right in here, right in the middle of this whole section. Let me see if I can draw this out for you. No, right there. So if we look at this, the market has formed this, okay, more or less like that, okay? And this is where all the balance is, where all the profile has formed. And we can see most of the action was right in the middle here, okay, basically like that. So we could see the market formed its own profile, which if we were to draw a line right in the middle, let me see if I can do this and get away with it. Okay, we'll just make this a different color. So right in the middle, if you want to look at it like that the market has formed its own little balance up here, but over multiple days. And you can see the individual balance points or points of control shooting across, and the market has found and is trapped up in this area. Very, very big area for the market to surpass. Okay, very, very big area. Dips down here, you could see a holding from prior balance. Up here also points of control. So if the market wants to retrace, let's just put a little retracement value here, here, and let's just throw a 38 to 50% in there. Now, what I've looked at in the past, and sometimes you'll get this, is you see this swing high? So here, okay, if we were to clone this like that, potentially the market does have an ability in what we call an A to B, C to D. So if you're not understanding, just play it back and watch it again. A to B, C to D. Doesn't mean the market will get down there, no. For now, the market is stuck up in this area, and if it can hold it and expand, great. We have big levels above for the market to attract to, but for now, consolidation. If it breaks, then we're going to start watching the fib levels, 38, 50%, and this whole area down here will become very, very important. It feels that there's a lot of momentum to the upside. Now you got that churning and consolidation in here, respecting all this balance, all these points of control, and the market's caught up in this web. But the main thing is, I just want you to point out when you're looking at market profile and you're looking at points of control, draw them out, expand them forward. There's nothing wrong with looking in the past of what can happen in the future. So looking forward, should the market expand, I'm going to look at this, all right, as a big level. I'm going to look at these areas up here, okay? So you can see us right in here. Big level up here to watch, okay? Because if we expand these levels, you're looking at, here, let me just turn this on. You're looking at, actually looking at this, 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 and that. So should the market get up here again, let me just fix this. I knew that was going to happen. That would be the middle area, right? So should the market attempt to move up one more time, what I would expect from it is to test right into this area. So for now, consolidation. Let's see how the markets hold these areas in here. All right, you're talking the 72 a quarter to 76, 75 up in this area. If we can start expanding, then we can have a nice run up into the 8,000s, which I think that will start convincing people that there's a real big bullishness going on. And should we come back down here, it's still going to keep a lid. Unfortunately, it'll keep a lid on everything. So right now, the market, it's really critical for this market to expand up. Otherwise, if we come down here again, you already know people are going to look at this and say, they're going to look at it and say, okay, this is here, consolidation, all this. And you could just basically see it's going to be one elongated consolidation, which we're not interested in. But nothing we can do, right? We have to follow the market. So for now, let's just watch this consolidation. If the market pulls back, it's going to have to do a lot of work to go higher. Fortunately, for now, this area down here will act as a big, solid support. That'll act as a support. So any pullback down, that'll be good. All right. So that's about that. It's just my analysis. I'll see you guys on Sunday night. Rock and roll. Have yourself an amazing, amazing rest of your day.